Well, hello and welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Today we're in Uptown Paphos. We're on a place called Kennedy Square, right at the top of the Old Town. Over there you've got Cafe Noir, which means night, and then just over there you've got the Cafe Boulevard. They're not related to each other. That's one cafe, that's another cafe. They are situated outside the Tatiana shopping centre, which has got a kiosk and a few other bits and bobs in there. And at night time, this place really comes alive. And in fact, the Gumbarus are running to us. They're thinking perhaps these two foreigners, these two tourists, have got that little bit of specialness in their pockets. You never know. Let's go and have a look and say hello to them. Hey, Gumbaru number one. How are you doing? And you? Beautiful, beautiful fur. You can tell that these two little Gumbarus are pretty well fed by the cafes and the restaurants around here, that's for sure. Anyway, without further ado, let me introduce you to the most beautiful woman in the world, and her name is Miss Ochin Gracilia Leboeuf.
Hello everybody, how nice to see you again and again.
And again. That's the star. How do we know it's the star? Because quite simply, right across the hat it says star. There we are. So stay with us. We're going to take you for a little walk from the Uptown Kennedy Square down that away, and we're going to end up at a great view over the temporary bus station out all the way down to the Clorica coastline and even the Cato Paphos coastline. So stick with us. Here we go. Receiving?
So beautiful cats.
They are.
I think they're
And here he comes again.
Yes.
So these are obviously two cats that patrol outside these two cafeteria restaurants, and they understand the patrons obviously like to give them a little treat. This one's got a beautiful coat, that's for sure.
Can you
Absolutely
see?
spectacular
By
coat.
the way, it's very rare.
Yes.
Really, I was going to say rare.
Well, there's no doubt that they're very well fed. You can't get a coat like that unless you are. Right, come on, Gracievi. Let's go and have a little walk and let's see what's going on in the world today.
Lovely cats.
Lovely.
I only hope that somebody's feeding them. Yes, of
They're
course.
pretty well fed, that's for sure.
Many people feed
Yes.
them.
So stick with us. This is one of the main linking roads right out into the Old Town from Kennedy Square. Again, you've got cafeterias and restaurants on both sides of us. Unfortunately, some of the shops are closed down as we keep going, and then some of the shops are open. This frozen yogurt there, yeah. Cafes, restaurants, coffee shops, and that sort of thing. And you've got to Gumbaru number one. There he is, look at that. He's a star amongst stars. I want one of them, that's for sure. But I'd say some of the shops are closed, some of the shops are open. You've got opticians, you've got beauticians, you've got beauty shops, you've got shoe shops, and you've got women's boutiques. And on top of all that, there's an awful lot of arts and crafts. And when I say arts and crafts, I really mean arts and crafts, and they're all handmade. This stuff is not bought in from China, India, that kind of place. It's handmade by local people, and it's special things that they've made, and you can get that special thing. Now, every time we come past here, we always think what a beautiful place that is. Look at that. Try and grasp it. There's the upper terrace. Absolutely beautiful. And as we come down, there's the main entrance in, and it's a taverna and a hotel. And it's a great place indeed. And it's got works of art absolutely everywhere as you walk in. And it's called, how do you say it, Gracilia Leboeuf?
It's Canara's garden.
The Canara's garden.
It's a very old building.
It is. It's been refurbished. Yeah. So it's a cafe. It's a restaurant. It's open to the public, and it serves excellent traditional food. We're going to have a quick walk in and try and show you some of the works of art that are here, and we'll follow the rear end of Gracilia Leboeuf until someone stops us, obviously. It's very difficult to grasp it on camera, but have a look at that. There's some of the old wall that's been exposed, and then it's been ordained with lots and lots of works of art. It's got some beautiful sofas. It's got some beautiful flooring as well, by the way. It really is a very special place indeed. Now, I know there's a chappie who is one of our wonderful members of our family, and his name is Mr. Ronnie, and he has stayed here. So perhaps, Mr. Ronnie, you could get hold of the owner, because we never ever seem to be able to catch him. We know his name is Mr. Michael, but we can never ever catch him. Whenever we come here, we have to speak to a member of staff, and they always say the same thing, that we have to speak to him. So perhaps you can open that door for us.
Yes, Mr. Ronnie.
Yeah.
Please do it, because it's amazing. It's beautiful. You know, Mr. Paul, this one.
Yeah, it's a work of art. It truly is. So let's try and walk through a little bit further, and we'll go around this corner to give you a slight glimpse of some of it, because it really is beautiful. And it's got like a hidden garden as we go in. Look at that. There's works of art. They're getting ready for this evening's service. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And you can hear the birds chirruping up in the sky. You've got a raised dining area up here. This place is true art at its best. Wow. Absolutely spectacular. Now, there's not enough light in here to receive the booth.
That man.
Hold on a second. Receiver LaBouffe knows that man.
It's actually a zest.
Is it? Well, what I'd say is he's got his tackle out.
What happened with
He's got his tackle out.
future?
So I think... Ooh, there we
What
are.
happened with his future?
Yes, right. It's time to get out of here before we get trapped and shut down, obviously. And there's not much light in here. But just to understand, the place is a work of art. So please, Mr. Ronnie, get on that phone, talk to Mr. Michael, and see if you can open the door to this work of art for us, because we can't track him.
One of the birds make poo on my head.
There we are. If you heard that off camera, Miss Hutchins Receiver LaBouffe has just informed me that one of the birdies in the trees made a bit of a poo-poo on her head. Can we have a look where it is? Is there a poo-poo?
I heard it.
You heard it. So she heard the impact of the poo-poo. There we go. Stick with us. We're going to get it back into the main boulevard and take you down, out into the old town, and get to that beautiful view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. And it's a great view. So stick with us. Here we go. So unfortunately, on this part, or this stretch, some of the shops have closed down and some of the shops are still in the process of being refurbished. But remember, this is the end of the summer season. By the time we get to the spring of next year, hopefully a lot of these shops will be waiting with glistening fresh paint and brand new stock in all their windows, and hopefully it will be a welcoming place, because it's a welcoming place now, if you understand. And just understand, Paphos, if you're worried about crime and all that kind of thing, it's not something that happens in Paphos. It doesn't mean that we don't have crime, but in general you can walk around Paphos any time of the day or night. You're not going to get mugged or anything else that you could think of. I don't want to use that word, if you understand me. If you're a lady walking around, you can even be scantily clad, if you wish, in a bikini, and I'm pretty sure that you will be safe no matter what time of the night it is. You might get a hello, and that's about it. Receiving?
That place where was so lovely gardens, and the people going to have a dinner in there. But whether you have to book a table or not, I don't know. But I would like to say that we have to go and sit there for...
Yeah, I think one of these nights we will pop in there and sample the cuisine, because certainly the ambience was unique. It's a very special place indeed. And then we'll be able to tell you on camera, hopefully, how nice that we actually thought it was. Now, there we are. Eco Chunky Sneaker. They're going to give you a delightful kicks, that's for sure. So I've actually got a pair of those branded shoes. Mine are in black, and they are very comfortable shoes indeed. Stick with us. We're going to go that way, because I have promised you a view. So as we wiggle and we waggle our way through this main artery through the old town, we're going to get to the end here, and we're going to take a left, and then we're going to come across what's known as the brand new Coffee Nero, and that's got a spectacular view out as far as Paphos and as far as the Chlorica shipwreck. So that'll give you a bearing, and on top of that it'll give you a great view, that's for sure. So over here you've got a falafel shop. If people don't know what falafel is, that's like a crispy batter, and there's a vegetarian version of it, as it says on the sign. Something again that perhaps people might like to come along and try. So this is where that main boulevard comes all the way down. This is a zebra crossing, and we're going to go that way because we want to go and show you that sun as it sets in the sky. Just over there in front of us, that newish looking building across the road there, that is the rear end of the Cafe Nero. And you've got lots of little sheltered areas with benches where you can sit around. So on those hot days or those hot summer evenings, you can wander around the old town and you can take the chill out of it by sitting down. You can perhaps get yourself a frappe or a coffee, or go and sit in one of the restaurants, and you're going to get a great welcome, that is for sure. So stick with us as we keep going that little bit further, and I'm sure you can see the sun is setting in the sky. So when we get to the point just over there, this the sunset viewing point, you are going to get a view that is quite simply to die for. Receiving the booth is guiding us across the road because the traffic has stopped. This is the top of a rather old church. Have a look at that. Again, if you go hunting back in our videos, you're going to find Mr. Paul and Miss Otching receiving the booth, monkeying about on the roof. We didn't mean any disrespect, but we do like to monkey about, that's for sure. Receiving?
It actually looks like a Turkish bath in Georgia. The Turkish bath looks exactly,
I think it's from
like
very olden times,
yeah.
I think it is. And I think there's probably a bit of Turkish in there somewhere, if you understand. The cultures in Paphos, well, they certainly mixed. Unfortunately, then they collided, and we find ourselves in a situation that we are. If you go hunting around other videos, we're not a political channel, so we're not going to get into that one. We're going to get over there, and we're going to show you one of the greatest views in the world, and that is a view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea, out towards head of Paphos and the Chlorica area.
Beautiful.
And it's spectacular. Have a look at that. So this is the walk. Down there is the municipality car park, and down there at the moment is the temporary bus station. We're going to show you that in a second. So if you're looking for a bus, or you're looking for an intercity bus, again, that's where you would go. The intercity buses, well, as its name suggests, are the butties. The butties? I'm losing my English. Although I would like a bit of bacon and egg on one. Anyway, the intercity buses are, as its name suggests, the ones that connect cities with cities. So if you want to go to Paphos to Larnaca, that's an intercity bus that you would require, that's for sure. So stick with us, we're going to get to the viewpoint, and you are going to get a view that truly is to die for. So wait for it, sit back and relax. Here comes that view, and it's spectacular tonight, that's for sure. Look at that. One of the greatest views in the world. We'll see you out of booth.
Well, this is beautiful, by the way. The area surround, and because maybe of the slight breeze that there is, because we are a little bit uptown, and I would like to tell to you that it's amazing. The places around, the shops, everything breeze with a hope of future, and I believe that this uptown Paphos will be developed and developed some more and more. We would like to thank you very much for watching. Many thanks for your time. Please don't forget to click and subscribe, and don't forget to come and see another of our madnesses. Many kisses and goodbye.
What's left for me to say is thanks for watching, and of course if you do like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and please come back for a little bit more of our madness. If you'd like to help the channel grow, that's what it's all about. The like tells YouTube that you like what we do. If you subscribe, it tells YouTube and of course us that you like what we do, and perhaps you can tell us some areas or some places that you'd like to go. If we can go there, we will. And on top of all that, if you'd like to help the channel grow and expand to other areas of Cyprus and other countries, the Greek islands, as we've mentioned in a few videos, you could consider clicking through to our about page and buying us coffee or two, or you could hit the thanks, or Patreon is coming on soon, so you could consider contributing to us and helping us to grow. We will always be transparent and show you where all of the money goes. It's not about buying a Bentley or that kind of thing, if that's what you're thinking. We'll see you at the booth.
Many thanks again and again. Bye bye. We're loving you all to bits.
Thanks for watching. There's that rear end again. Doesn't get any better than that.